What is up, y'all? It is Joanna here. Today I'm breaking down this massive strategy that is bringing in tons of money and tons of results for content creators out there when it comes to selling info products online. So as an example, my business partner generated $178,000 in personal profit, and it is all attributed to the YouTube funnel. Now he implemented this for both his own high ticket offer but also with high ticket creator clients, and I'm going to reveal the exact system in this video. So first off, we got $62,000 from his own coaching offer, and this was actually a low profit month due to the fact that he didn't even post in 40 days and he lost some money in processing fees because for some reason there was like a lot of foreign demographic during this period. So $46,000 was in card and $60,000 was through sell. So in total it was $62,000 cash collected. This was like all leads came directly from YouTube, and the average views was 1,000 to 2,000 views per video. So it wasn't even like a lot of views. And the fact that he still managed to get to $62,000 like without having posting anything in 40 days shows how important this funnel truly is if you truly want that kind of like semi-passive income and don't want to rely on constantly going viral and posting reels or TikToks every single day, burning out, fighting to really get to the algorithm and push your videos out, and basically you just feel like a slave to the algorithm. In this YouTube funnel system, like it completely fixes that kind of like content hustle of needing to post every single day and everything like that. Like you only really need to post one single YouTube video per week, and in this case like he didn't even post in 40 days and still managed to get to $62,000 in cash collected, which wasn't even like the best month. Now the second part of it was $116,000 from the client coaching offers, so around $17,000. It's not shown here just because it's like split up and everything, but this is like some screenshots or a screenshot of some of the transactions. This is all in personal profit after having paid the closers and setters and everything like that. So this is not even like from the actual offers. Like the actual offers made way more than this, but this is like personal take home profit. This funnel works, okay? Even giants in the space like Iman Gadshi uses this and he has been using this for years, and because it works. So basically his YouTube video funnel, or his YouTube video that was being used in this funnel, was titled Best Online Business to Start as a Beginner. You can even find it if you search it up, and it got 10 million views over the span of approximately 2 years. It got $266,000 in just AdSense revenue. It gained him 183,000 new subscribers, an 8-figure personal brand, and all of this was built primarily on the strength of this single video. It got daily sales for over 2 years straight. Like sales every single day, high ticket sales. And in total, this flywheel VSL made him in excess of $20 million, okay? I'm literally not joking. He's truly one of the GOATs when it comes to selling info online. All of this just proves that this system works, this funnel works, and I'm gonna teach it in this video. But before we get into everything, who even am I? Like, why am I even qualified to speak about this? So I build, market, launch, and scale info products for content creators who don't have the time or knowledge to do it themselves. So literally everything when it comes to doing the market research to decide on what types of offers to sell, pricing the offers, promote, like setting up a plan to promote the offers, building out the funnels, building out the website, the landing pages, the qualification forms, hiring and training all of the setters and closers, basically like everything you can think about. So everything, like all that the creator has to do is just record content and like hop on coaching calls. Like that's basically it, and everything else gets handled, like financing, like everything. I've been in the business space for about 3 years now. My business partner has been in the space, like the info space, for 7 years now, and he made his first million with Discord. So it was 125,000 members in a paid community, and he was really like the first to run it up at that time, when like communities were kind of like a new thing, paid communities were a new thing, and he ended up running it up to making his first $1 million, and then he eventually ended up exiting the business. But since then, the info game has changed. It is not like how it used to be. So first of all, one thing that's really, really important to think about is YouTube over Instagram and Instagram over TikTok. And what do I mean by that? So basically, YouTube has the highest quality demographic, highest quality leads, and highest quality viewers. After YouTube comes Instagram, and after Instagram comes TikTok, and that is just based off of how the algorithms is structured and how the platforms are structured in general. And why is YouTube better than Instagram? Here's the thing. I would much rather have working with a YouTube creator that gets 1,000 to 2,000 YouTube views per video over an Instagram creator who has over 100,000 followers. And it might not make sense at first when I just say it like this, but it's gonna make sense once you watch the end to the end of this video. Second thing is, now in 2026, you don't want any fake urgency. You don't want to be like putting on your stories like DM me, start, or like one spot left, exclamation marks, because in this time, like, people value trust over tactics. People are tired of all of these fake urgency and these, tactics, because everyone is doing it and everybody knows that it's just fake, and that it's just like the way that you win now is by being trustworthy, by your authenticity, by not lying to your audience. That is how you win in the long game. And the third thing is that buyers buy the guru and not just the product. Think Iman Gadzhi, Afnan Khalifa, Andrew Tate, Shelby Sapp. People buy their products because they want to be like the guru. Like, they want to be like the person that they are watching. They love the lifestyle, they love the personality, they can relate to the how do I say it, like, creators. Like, they don't care really what they are doing for a living. Like, they just care about becoming as much as that person as possible, in terms of having the same lifestyle, earning the same amount of money, and everything like that. So they're gonna listen to everything that the creators are talking about that they should do in order to be able to live the life that they are living. Now, this is an example of Shelby Sapp. So first of all, she has the personal connection and vulnerability content. So it's the content where she just basically shows her past self, shows like who she used to be, and the sides of her that might not seem very attractive or like very admirable to a lot of people. It might be some sides of her that many people can relate to, like, for example, maybe having a bad past of drinking a lot, partying a lot, or just kind of like not being the best version of yourself, which a lot of people can relate to and has been in that position. And she shows that. She shows that she is not some type of alien. Like, she is a human too, and she's just like you in that sense, and that creates personal connection with the audience, and it gives them some type of like feel like hope in a way that, oh, like I can see myself in that person, and this person is living this life that I really want to live, and I aspire to live like this. So it really helps with building all of that. So show your vulnerable side, like show the sides of you that you aren't necessarily like super proud of. On top of that, Shelby Sapp also posts a lot aspirational content. So, for example, when you think of Shelby Sapp, a lot of people think about, living this soft, girly life, doing like Pilates, having a super fancy pink girly car, like having your nails, having your jewelry, always looking put together, like this clean girl aesthetic, drinking matcha and stuff like that, earning tons and tons of money while just looking and feeling so soft. And a lot of women really aspire to be like that, and that is literally why like she's able to make so much money as well, because people see that and people really want to become that. But the thing is, like, if she didn't have this vulnerability content, it would be harder for people to connect with her and kind of like see themselves in her and see how living that life could be possible for them too. And that is why these two types of content really like work together. So can't you can't really like have one without the other. Like you can, but it's way better if you have both. And she's really like crushed this type of branding, this really personal branding 101. Like if you think Shelby Sapp, I can promise you that some image like this probably shows up, sales for women, earning tons of money, living the lifestyle, Pilates matcha lifestyle. And that is why she has crushed personal branding and why she sells so many memberships of her info product offer. So you don't want to sell in like every single video. She doesn't pitch in all of her videos. You shouldn't sell in all of your videos because that just creates audience fatigue and people are gonna get tired of that. But you don't have to worry because this YouTube flywheel funnel is gonna fix all of that in a way where you can literally make sales every single day without selling in all of your videos. You wanna build the person and not just the offer. You don't wanna just like scream about your offer. You wanna more so scream about yourself in a way, or your lifestyle. You wanna show them your lifestyle, show them how you think, your mindset, everything like that. People get so inspired by this. Make that connection with the people and not just sit and talk tactics all day, but you can also show people that you are living the lifestyle and show your personality. But you can see that she has a mix of a bunch of different types of content. So videos where she's just yapping, vlogs, technical breakdowns, showing her house, showing her cars. I'm gonna talk about a case study where my business partner ran this up for a creator, and this was actually like he did this completely for free to test this. He tested it for free. It completely crushed, and then he implemented it for all of the other clients. This is the guy. He's in the trading niche. It's the flywheel VSL funnel. So basically it starts with top of funnel content. So this is content that is meant to target mass demographic. So everyone who might be interested in luxury lifestyle, earning money online, everything like that. And then we have, so this is kind of like lifestyle content, personality content. It's not really meant to teach. It's more meant to entertain in a way. Then we have middle type of content. Or middle funnel content. So this is where you're gonna have your flywheel VSL. So basically the main video that you're gonna push all traffic to. So it basically talks about, like, it sells on your product, your offer, by talking about your story, your upbringing, your expertise, your results, everything like that, to get people to kind of like connect with you, feel inspired by you and be like, heck yeah, I really want this person's mentorship, like I want it right now. And typically you want it to be at least 1 to 2 hours. My business partner, his is 6 hours, but you don't have to do it that long. What has been discovered is that 1 to 2 hours is typically the range that you want to aim towards. This is only 30 minutes because it just was a little bit of a better fit for his specific demographic. Then we have the bottom of funnel content. So this is more business model content to warm the audience up even more. It's like more technical stuff, talking more about, you know, the actual business model and everything like that. When it comes to like the actual Flywheel VSL, you want to really have it story based and do this kind of like emotional selling. You want to focus on the value proposition and not the offer. You want to talk about the target audience's deep desires, their deep pains or problems, and combine that with your own story, like your own testimonial. And that is a fire combination. And you don't want to list like the program features. I mean, you want to tell the program features, but it's not going to be the main topic of the video. The main topic of the video is going to be talking about your story, your expertise, your credibility, the audience's deep desires, and the audience's deep pains. That is how you make the video absolutely crush. And then you're just going to mention the features throughout the video or at the end of the video. And basically what you want to do is have all of the content, like all of the top of funnel content, get funneled into this Flywheel VSL. And this is how his Flywheel VSL looked like in the kind of like description of the video. So there was no landing page, like no landing page for this offer. Like the landing page was the actual video. And it still crushed. It still made 6 figures a month with no landing page. Like that is how incredible this is. Like I would rather have you as a creator or a growth operator working with creators have the YouTube video that does the selling and have no landing page rather than having a landing page but no YouTube video that actually sells. In the description you're gonna just have a simple type form. You can have a landing page too, but in this case he just had a type form, and then it led to book a call. And on that call you actually drop like the price, and you can hop on the call yourself, or you have a team of closers hop on the call. And you can even have like setters and everything like that. Like everything that happens after the video is really up to you, but the video is like the main thing. And I have tons of videos talking about what types of funnels and everything like that you can do after the video. And you can even, like, I have videos as well explaining how the type form can look like. So you want to structure it in a certain way so that you don't cause an unnecessary amount of drop off, meaning people fill out and then they just kind of like don't do anymore because maybe the type form is too long and stuff like that. And I see a lot of the times that people think that they are qualifying the leads more by having more questions, but in reality they're just causing a bunch of drop-offs and losing a bunch of leads by doing that. But that doesn't mean you don't want to make sure you qualify them. You still want to make sure that you're qualifying the leads. As I said, I have videos talking about that. So why does YouTube push this in the algorithm so hard? So we have 2 different things when it comes to YouTube. So we have the watch time and then we have the session time. So the watch time is basically how long the viewer stays on the specific video. So are they watching it throughout the full video? Are they maybe like hopping off at maybe like in the beginning of the video, or maybe let's say 50% in and they drop off? Sorry, my English is not the best, but bear with me. That is basically watch time. And session time is basically how long does the viewer stay on YouTube after they have watched your video. So not just how long are they watching the video, but are they staying on YouTube after watching your video? Are they watching others of your videos? YouTube rewards session time over watch time. So you don't just want to opt for watch time, you want to more so opt for session time. So you want to make sure people are staying on YouTube after watching your video. And that is why you shouldn't, like, I always advise to not really have another link in your bio that leads to somewhere else than a YouTube video on your channel. It does hurt like your session time. So that is something to keep in mind if you're gonna do that. And the reason the Flywheel VSL crushes is because of session time. How does that really work? So all the top of funnel videos, like all of these top of funnel videos, the lifestyle content, the personality content, they lead people to this middle of funnel content, this VSL. And basically this is how it looks like in the description of a video who is a top of funnel video. It just says watch this next, and then it's a link to the Flywheel VSL video. And obviously not everyone is going to click the link, but the ones that do are going to be actual good prospects, which means it's gonna help the algorithm find the right people even more, because people who watch the top of funnel video, they're like, oh, I want to know more. I want to know how this person is being able to live this kind of lifestyle and earn his money. So they're gonna click on this video, and that is the right demographic. That is the right ICP that is gonna watch the video, and it's gonna be the highest quality leads that are actually potentially going to buy your product. And when all of those videos, or when all of those leads watch that video, YouTube recognizes that, and they're gonna push even more. They're gonna push the video to more people, like of that specific like ICP. They're gonna also see the watch time, or sorry, the session time that everyone that is going into your channel or going into this YouTube video, so it's gonna push it out even more. Now, this is the Flywheel VSL funnel again. Now, it only got, as you can see, 7,000 views out of hundreds of thousands of views on his other content, like you can see here. But only qualified people end up watching this video, and YouTube recommends it even more to that ICP. Like, you're basically kind of like hacking the algorithm in a way. And what has been discovered is that high ticket buyers usually need at least 1 to 2 hours of consumed content before they buy. Think, for example, like Instagram. Like, even if I would discover a page on Instagram, and let's say I scroll through all of their reels, maybe I end up watching, let's say, 20 minutes of content. But when it comes to YouTube, it only takes a few videos till the person has watched 1 to 2 hours. Like, it can happen in literally an afternoon. As I said, I do info operating or growth operating or whatever you wanna call it. So basically, I set everything up for other creators and run the whole system on the back end, hiring and training all of the setters and closers, building out the funnel, even scripting the full video sales letter, building out the website, scripting and sending out the weekly emails to the subscribers list, building out the whole funnel, making sure we're getting sales, making sure people are like enjoying the program and everything like that. And I do that for creators, and in turn they earn way more money, and then I take a 15 to 30% revenue share of each sale. And that is how both me and the creator end up earning way more money. And that is how I like to run all of my partnerships. I like to run it like an actual partnership, and not just kind of like an agency that charges like way, like it just has overcharging, and just like, I don't like that. I like running things like an actual partnership. Like, we're doing this together, we're scaling this together. This is an example of a mentee who was able to generate $48,000 in personal profit after just 4 months of starting like this whole business. And he did that with 2 YouTube-focused clients only, like only 2 clients. And in combined offer revenue, they did $160,000 per month. And this was only high ticket, like no low ticket, no community, nothing like that. It was only like mentorship, high ticket mentorship. And then he just took a 15 to 30% revenue share from that. So the key takeaway is that you can really scale this to as high as you want, and you don't need billions of followers, you don't need like hundreds of clients. If you, especially, like, you can do this even if you're on Instagram, but if you're on YouTube, it's gonna be so easy, like so easy. And this is what the flywheel produces when you build trust and let the guru sell the guru, basically. And here you can see the actual transactions. Now, of course, this is just like a part of it all. Like, it's more nuanced. I could really speak like 10 hours in detail about how to run, like about every single detail and how to crush every single detail. But yeah, this is truly just based off of data. Like, this is not no woo-woo thing. Like, this is based on data. It works and it crushes and it builds the trust with your audience without you having to hard pitch in all of your reels. And even if you're only on Instagram right now, you can literally make the flywheel VSL on your YouTube. Even if you have no videos on your YouTube, make the flywheel VSL and then have all of the Instagram like traffic funneled into that YouTube video. Even if you're like on TikTok, if you're doing TikTok lives, like TikTok lives is a great way to get massive views. You can have your TikTok views get funneled into the YouTube, or maybe you funnel them to your Instagram, start selling on Instagram, start selling on YouTube to like funnel those viewers into your YouTube. Like, I would recommend sticking to just maybe like 2 platforms. Like, you can, if you have the kind of like time and determination to be on all platforms, you can definitely do that. Like, it's up to you, but it's not needed. Like, it's really, really not needed. Like, you can do this with only YouTube and nothing else. And if you want my help in scaling, launching your info products, I'm gonna have either a video or a form linked in the description. Maybe it's gonna be like a Notion, I don't know yet, but you're gonna see whatever is linked in the description. Just click on that and it's gonna lead you to get my help so you can also scale your info product business like Shelby Sapp, like Iman Gadzhi, Afnan Khalifa, and rip it on social media. Stay tuned for my next one. It's gonna be juicy, and I'll catch you later.